Okay, hello everybody. Welcome back to some more Stormworks Build and Rescue. So what I have is I have one large tank, or giant tank on the top. It's empty. Well, it's got a little bit of fluid in it. And what I'm doing is I'm just testing our carbon dioxide. What I want to do is I want to, who knows what the maximum is. I know it's not too high. But yeah, I'm just going to sit here and basically wait to see what the maximum is, and then I can turn this on. And what that'll do, there's a pump here, and that will pump out the, as you can see, it pumped. Oh, we might need to modify this a little bit, actually. So yeah, so see, I have the one tank here. So let's put another tank. These are just tests. This is just a test just to see. All right, we can do that. Just trying to see here if we can create, you know, it doesn't even have to be very substantial, even just a little bit of, air, you know, is really all we need. So this will be air in. Alrighty. More dials. We don't need two more, but we will. So this is tank A, and this is tank A, and this will be tank B. I don't know if I have this set up, so just easier to. And then we'll say tank level. This will be our content. This will be our pressure. All right. Spawn that in our chamber. Yeah, because it's giving me the. Look at this. Almost unplayable, but that's all right. When the GPU arrives, it'll be playable once again. So yeah, things are going to be slowing down also from my end up until Christmas here. I'm just going to kind of be taking it easy. Probably won't be posting too much over the next couple of weeks as we get ready for that. I hope everybody has a Merry Christmas and is having a wonderful holiday. Or is anticipating having a wonderful holiday. Right, so we'll just let the gas meter go up maybe, I don't know, a little bit here. And I want to see about the pressure too. I know it's a little unequal, but I want to see if we can kind of keep that equal. Maybe this is a better way of balancing than this will work in a ship where you can have an active, you know, in and out, right? But if we say go to space or, you know, go underwater, this would represent like a room. Let's say, right? Because I don't think you could have a system like this for your whole ship. It would require so much. But as far as having like a room, you know, if all we need is a couple of tanks, you go into a room for a little bit, and you have air to breathe and that kind of stuff, and that's pretty much what we want, right? So we'll let this go a little bit higher, maybe to 20. Like I say, I'm unsure of the high value. Where you start to take damage and how long that'll take. It might take a little bit to get there. The box is being blown by the wind. Yeah, I was running tests in that with my my video card. And I know it's giving me numbers, and I'm thinking like, yeah, You're telling me you can handle this, but you really can't. So I think it was time for an upgrade. Holy moly, it's going slow. Well, and the other thing is I have my airplane, right, which we're going to be using to haul the jet fuel across the map with, or that I'll be using to haul the jet fuel across the map with. And I don't have a way, like a fresh air system in the plane. I don't think it's locked. Yeah, it does. The cabin. In the cabin, we'll need a way of pumping in fresh air, right? So yeah, so same thing, right? Have the barometer here so we can check the atmospheric pressure inside, and then we have the outside pressures. And then the tank level. The tank level is pretty substantive. So what all I wanted to do was see, okay, once we get to the point where we start taking damage, because the CO2 was sitting at about 17.7, 17.8 when you open the door. So I want to see how much, obviously, how much gas does it take to get us back down to that level. And I mean, I don't have a stopwatch with me right now. I'll do that later on my own time. Or I'll just watch the video. And I'll see the duration of the video and just see how long it actually took to get there. Yeah, that will give me a timeline, right? And that's what this game is all about. How much time do I have underwater? Can I take the submarine that I have and go down and get access to the uranium, which is what I keep thinking about, right? Am I going to go back and get the uranium that way? I will. Clean up the oil spill, whatever, no biggie. Now we're at 23. And I've got that here. I've got a little meter here. I wasn't planning on. These were just going to be on the outside. This gives me a more very specific readout. At a certain point here, we should start running out of air. But this chamber might be large enough that it might take a while. Yeah, so this will all add obviously to the complexity of the builds, where each room is going to need to have a CO2 meter on it. So that way you can check before you go through the door. I'm going to have a CO2 meter and a few things in there, and then that way it'll be like, okay, how is it inside? Is it safe to enter? It's either that or I set up a microcontroller for the tanks. But the thing about the tanks, if they just keep running, your capacity is going to fill up too soon, right? Because it'll try and balance this out at whatever, and it'll keep sucking down and pumping the chamber full until it's balanced. All right, at 25, we'll turn on the tank, and we'll see what it takes. I think it's this one here. Yeah, there we go. We're at 25. The other thing is, I wish when they gave us the gas filters, the old filters, you could filter specific types, like the liquid, you could filter specific types of liquid. The old gas filters, you could filter types of gas. But they got rid of those, and then they just gave us these filters, which you can't can't modify at all. Now that's actually pretty. That's actually not bad. And then of course, obviously the pressure in here is going down, but we will try and rebalance that. Right? What we're doing is we're just sucking air out. Let's get that back down to 17. All right, we can turn that off. That's not bad when you consider the overall capacity is about 3,400, and we're not even we're not even scratching that. So then if we pump air in, oh really? Oof. It did not take long to look at the CO2 that we got from that too. Did not take long. Wow, that's pumping out fast. Holy moly. It's actually quite a bit more than I wanted. Okay, so maybe that type of system isn't gonna work. Looks like we can have quite a bit of CO2 in here before we start taking damage. Oh, I guess the tank has a high pressure in it too, so it doesn't take long for it to fill up. That's funny. All right, well we got a quicker way. We have a quicker way of let's do that. There we go. Oh, even that takes the CO2 out. This system here is actually purging the CO2 down at quite a good rate. Oh my goodness. Hold on a second here. Let's see. Which is, that's this one, right? So let's turn this tank on. Wow, look at the CO2 that I'm getting from this tank here. Holy cow. Just got air in it. Let's see how high we can get this up to. I don't think I'll have enough. Oh, there we go. See, I'm starting to take damage now. So it looks like 80 is our level. And then look at how quickly that'll vent. So that's that one. But this one here should also be venting. Okay, so 80 is the threshold for the CO2. So, what does that mean? That seems kind of broken because this is air. So do I have to turn that to oxygen then? Maybe, yeah, maybe that's what we want to do. I don't know, that just seemed a bit weird, you know, like it's full of air. It's supposed to be full of this air here, so it shouldn't have. Why was the CO2 content so high? Right? That doesn't make any sense. So if I do that, now I'm getting oxygen. Right. Right. Well, there you have it. So that's how we're going to have to purge the CO2. The CO2 has to go into an empty tank. For air, and then we're going to have to replace that with oxygen. Yeah, because it's the oxygen that we're losing inside the chamber. And there's tons of oxygen in here. But the CO2 that we got to worry about. Oh, that's cool. Okay, so there you have it. So So really, if we could set up a meter and with a microcontroller, and you set the CO2 level to, let's say you have a threshold gate, and you set the CO2 level to 60 on the high end, and I don't know, 20 on the low end, then it'll kick in when the CO2 hits 60, and it'll pump it out into the tank until the CO2 hits 17 or 18, and then it'll stop. Oh, that's nice. And as we saw, it actually didn't take very much. Well, actually, that's not true. Let's do that test one more time here. Let's take that back to air, and then let's spawn this in. All right, so this one is the air. Oh, it looks like 70 is the number. So then if we exhaust that, I just want to see the tank level for the CO2. If we have enough, because that took that down. Let's see if we even have the room. Or we vent that. But as we learned, if we just vent that into the ocean, it'll cause an oil spill. So we have to vent it into a tank. Look at the pressure in here just from that. Yeah, so there's a bit of a mystery going on. They have all these individual elements, and we're still just trying to piece them together. Can't fill that up anymore. I'm gonna need a stronger pump, it seems. I can only put that much pressure in the tank. All right, let's try it with a bigger pump. That's not good. Let's do that. So this is the... all wrong. Oops. No. Wrong one. Let's try that. Simulate us running out of fresh air or CO2 level. All right, we're at our whatever our threshold is. So now we're watch it go down. Stopped at 700 last time. Alright, seems like pumps are very important. Pumps are very important. There we go, we're at a third of the tank. Right, so I guess that's what we'll have to do. That's all right. Fortunately, I have a system that's similar to this already installed on the sub, so it won't be too hard for me to convert it over. But yeah, look at that. So we're able to bring the CO2 way down. And what are we at? 50% capacity on the tank? CO2, so, and then that'll give us another whole little blast, right? Whatever that is, 10 minutes it might take to get there. I'll time it later on, and I'll put a comment on this video with the amount of time that it actually takes to get up to the threshold where we start taking damage. All right, so there you have it, and then we're losing everything, obviously, oxygen and CO2. So to replace the oxygen, we just need a tank full of oxygen, and we can just pressurize that in here, and it won't give us CO2, but it'll give us, you know, the other thing too is this whole air pressure fiasco is a little bit annoying as well. Let's see what it takes to bring it back down to within safe levels. Not bad. Not bad. You don't quite need a full tank, but it helps. Then what I'll do is I'll repressurize it and I'll open the door just to see if there's any because it should suck me out. If the pressure inside is really high, it should suck me out. Basically right there is where we were. Look at that. So it's almost equal actually from what we took out of that tank. We put right back into that tank. It's almost equal. Now we've got the CO2 down. So let's pressurize it in here a little bit more. Let's just empty this right out. Let's the air pressure go up and up and up. Now we're like 2.5 times the regular pressure of outside. Oh yeah. Yeah. Wants to, I know they lowered it, but it wants to draw me out. So like if you were in, obviously if you were in space or something, yeah, I can see why it sucks you out, because the atmospheric pressure is probably 0, and then whatever we are inside. And see, it instantly balances. And this was my whole thing, was like, okay, so it instantly balances when you open the door, right? So in theory, this system is the same as having an open door, but it doesn't balance, right? It's exhausting more than it's drawing in. So I'm still not 100% certain how they want all that to work, but there you have it. There's a quick way of being able to vent air. You need one large tank. Let's take a look at it. One large tank full of oxygen, just oxygen. It'd be just oxygen. Oh. And one large tank full of air, and then I think you can get nitrogen and hydrogen. That doesn't matter. One tank full of air that we could fill up. See, and I still took damage for whatever reason. I still took damage from being inside here, which is annoying. Right. Well, I guess we could use one for nitrogen if we really needed to as well. If nitrogen levels get too low. Yeah, so there you have it. That's unfortunately how this will have to work. Thankfully, these this inside air pressure, even though we are pressurizing the chamber, it doesn't seem to be adding any additional effects to us, even though it would. A very high air pressure would have, especially 2.5 times regular atmosphere, right? That would be a lot. All right, so I'm gonna upload this video. Thanks for watching, guys and gals. Again, Merry Christmas. I hope you're having a wonderful holidays here. I know it's not quite Christmas yet, but that's it. That's as close as we can get. This almost balances it to a point. So if you're above water, you can use a system with the pumps, and then if you go below water, you're going to need a system with oxygen tanks and air tanks. But I don't know what we're supposed to do about balancing the inside pressure, the actual air pressure itself. So that's going to be the next thing I figure out. So thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next one. Bye for now.